Hey folks, and welcome back to Let's Play Official News from PS5 on the Mysterious JG. This game is also sometimes known as Nobunaga's Ambition Awakening. Last time I promised that we would probably have some fairly peaceful videos of development, but I promised that before, and it hasn't seemed to happen that much. The Shimazu are attacking Oka Castle on Kyushu. We want to attack the... Like, it's weird because on screen we've never actually had an attack now from the Otomo, but off screen it happened more than once. I keep getting in these situations where I goof around for a turn at the end of a video and then they attack and then I come back and play and they don't. But I kind of know they are all fixed up to be an enemy. We have at least two... Why is there no music? Game sound is on. Music's just really soft. We've got various really powerful created officers, but the big, like, obviously game-breaking created officer last time was Ana Takatatsu. This time, she's got competition. Well, she's not here. Her sister Kana Takatatsu is, who has a slightly different build, but still, the thing that I'm getting the most use out of is the skill that allows her to build town facilities at level 2 from jump. But joining the fray of characters who kind of break the game a bit is Earl King. Earl King has been in various RTK and NA Let's Plays over the years. But this particular build of Earl King is... He's basically like a fucking mind control wizard who can make any force, no matter how they feel about us, get trust built at the rate of a neutral force. It's really allowing us to play a lot of diplomatic games and protect our flanks while choosing what directions to expand in. It's going to be pretty important now because I just set up a computer-controlled district in a bit of land that we grabbed in on Honshu. So our daimyo, Kunichika Chosakabe, is currently just controlling the lands on Shikoku, and we have put Vibrant Nova, who was really being pretty damn useful with her like ninja skills and ability to make all covert tactics against her town fail, and yet I kind of put myself in a position where she was the person to take over this province. I mean, a part of me is like, I should give Earl King and Kana Takatatsu their own provinces just so that I can't use them to cheese the game, but not there yet. At any rate, we've got lots of labor and we've got lots of gold, and we've got kind of the need to let things calm down for a while. Ichigen Asakura. We do not have enough gold for that. It's kind of tempting if we did have enough gold. But we need to spend some time letting our troop counts recover here. And we've got this place built up exactly the way I want it, so there's really nothing left to do there. We could change our main base. As a matter of fact, let's see what would happen if we changed our main base. At least 10,000 is needed for transfer costs. Never mind. Never mind. It is not time yet to remove this gunnery tower yet, because when we do, we're going to want to use it to build a rice, whatever it is called, rice market, provisions market, whatever it's called, rice dealer, and we don't have enough money. Just so that I don't feel like I'm sitting on the labor, I'm spending money that we really don't have to spend. And then we'll let time keep on passing. But yeah, we eventually want to tear down these gunnery towers when we're ready to go on offense. Pardon me, you have a visitor from the Mōri clan who wishes to speak with you. Mōri clan is requesting reinforcements for the Kakushu Castle's invasion. Will you accept? Can I confirm the situation? Where is Kakushu Castle? I really wish I knew where Kakushu Castle was. Amago Kakushu Castle. I'm trying to befriend the Amago, aren't I? But I have an alliance with the Mōri, which I think we need to honor.
Have you a moment to spare?
While the request is in place, even if our clan is the one who takes down Kakushu Castle, will fall under Mōri clan's control. Please be advised.
A lot of you, with me.
Yeah, we're trying to make friends with the Amago. I don't know how this is going to go if we... But we have an alliance. We need to honor it. Bad stuff happens if you don't honor your alliances. Where's JG Mystery's unit marching out of? JG Mystery is over here. Maybe we'll get lucky and they'll take the castle without us being involved. Don't think we're going to be that lucky. Wants to incite Usuki Castle.
I've had a thought. Leave this to
I would rather hire officers than incite right now, because we no longer have enough gold after we did that. Actually, peace with the Amago is not that important if the Mōri take a couple of their castles, because it'll make it much less likely that they'll have the balls to attack us. And we can call for reinforcements from the Mōri if they do. Gonna come to terms with the decision so important. I'm stand with the Chosakabe clan no more. Morizane Shimamura, who was a chief. I'm just looking for unaffiliated officers. Then there's more than I expected. Because he wouldn't have joined a clan yet, would he? Alright, his stats were fucking garbage, which explains one reason he left. His loyalty was pushed down by us having the... I can't remember the name of the overseer trait that Vulture Bean has, but it's basically egalitarian, like the cream rises to the top. He was forced to commit suicide by attacking Toishi Castle after he was later attacked and killed by Yoshie's grandson. Yeah, he sucks. So I'm not too worried about losing him. Yeah, we must have enough gold to hire someone here or they wouldn't have offered. But I'm throwing all my gold away right now on hiring officers. But it's kind of more important now than usual because I just took over this whole district here and I need to get officers there. I have found Lord Tamasuke Sho. He wishes to serve our clan. What should we tell him? He may have a loyalty penalty too. He's 73 years old. From a powerful family in Bitchu, he defeated Yorihasa Ueno and took Matsuyama Castle, dominating Bitchu. However, he was later defeated by Ichiki Miramura and had to accept his son as heir. Oh well, there's no reason not to take him.
Have you a moment to spare?
Received an offer from the recently employed Tamasuke Sho. They have a request to make in exchange for training of other officers. You hear them out? Absolutely. Because if we can give him a fee for like 20 years and get him to give like +1 to all of our officers, that's amazing. He's hoping his instruction will be helpful to us. He can give +100 intelligence for 28 officers with 54 intelligence are left. Let us bestow a dominion. I can't quite get him to 150 because I do not have enough gold to offer any gold. Although actually, I have to give him 20 years. I'm not getting to 100 even.
You have my thanks.
What is our diplomatic stance with the Amago now that we are attacking them? They are hostile. Yeah, we are fighting them after all, so that makes sense. We're still getting +8 a month, which is weird, because I didn't think that worked if you were actually at war. Let's repair the castle and get ready for the attack. Trust of the Amago Clan has reached 60. There may be nothing to negotiate with them at present, but this good will surely pay off one day. I guess we can't negotiate with them while we are at war.
Something to say.
Requested reinforcements are in combat. Gift of the silver tongue. Even when we are fighting them, they are willing to chat with us. Oh, looks like the Mōri are actually attacking their capital, too. That's interesting. So we are part of a multi-prong attack. I wonder if I should tell Vibrant Nova to attack Bichu Takamatsu Castle, because it's right there, and if we don't take it, yeah, I think we should. If we don't take it, yeah, if we don't take it, the Mōri will, and we want to be allies with the Mōri, but that doesn't mean we have to give them all of the castles in the region. Theory, if we have this province slowly eat away at the Amago, that's only good for us. No harm comes from that. My reason to be friends with the Amago was to stop them from beating up on my AI-controlled province on the mainland that's difficult to reinforce with our main army. But if the Mōri are already chipping away at them, we might as well grab those cities for our AI province before losing them to the Mōri. Anyway, there's some hearsay. I recently learned of an incident concerning the Otomo clan. Let's hear about this. The second floor disturbance. Yoshishige Otomo, daimyo of Bungo. He was the eldest son and heir of Yoshiaki Otomo, the 20th leader of the Otomo clan. Though he had a sharp mind and many talents, he was susceptible to illness. One day, Yoshishige announced that he was off to visit a hot springs. No one gave it a second thought, but in truth, he had something else in mind. How are things proceeding, Hakatsura? He's got this big ruffle, like a 20th century clown. Everything is going according to plan. This guy's got Lubu's face. Everything is going according to plan. Haha, very good, very good. So you will soon slay Yuta. Yes, sir, just as we discussed.
The time has come.
Then Otomo will soon be mine. Even my father's gullible, as if I would visit an onsen now of all times. Dots. They thought they could rid themselves of me. How naive. I will not die. Not before I have all that I desire in my grasp. There's a darkness in Yoshishige's ambitions. When he lets it show, it chills even me to the bone. Yet he is a temperamental man. At times he seems an unparalleled hero, and at others an overindulging buffoon. He must be kept under control. Yoshishige was hated by his father, Yoshiaki Otomo, who was planning to have the child born to him by his concubine succeed him as leader of the Otomo clan. But Yoshishige eventually became aware of this scheme. Under the pretense of visiting a hot spring, he laid the groundwork for a revolt and ordered his subordinate to assassinate Yoshiaki. As the assassination was carried out on the second floor of the Otomo Palace, it became known as the second floor disturbance. Yoshishige overcame his father through brute force and became the leader of the Otomo clan. Akatsura Beki and other superior officers followed his rule, and before long they would begin to storm across Kyushu. Interesting. So the daimyo who was attacking me was the jobber father of this guy, and not the... just like now, I mean, I couldn't call them jobbers, I guess, but Kunichika Chosakabe is not the guy who's the famous leader of the Chosakabe, but just because we started at such an early scenario and are not following history, it may be a little while before the guy that we do think of as the main dude is around. Shimazu are stomping through. Maybe that we are not going to be able to get a presence on... it may be we're not going to get a presence in time over here, or it may be that we need to actually launch a siege fight to win, but that's a tough one. I think when we get full soldier count over here, I was talking about having some videos worth of domestic, but we might need to just march on Usuki if we want to have a foothold before it's too late and the Shimazu have started to just like overwhelm Kyushu. See, now we're going to jump in and be part of the fight, which probably means that that city will get, or that will get defeated, and that whole city will be agitated for a while. There's more hearsay. With the Nagao clan, Yachigo agent's clan dissolved. The Uesugi clan, whose leader served as the Yachigo agent, was a branch of the Kanto Kanrai Yamanouchi Uesugi clan. It was a prominent house of the time, with many of its members sent to be adopted into the parent clan. But after 46 years of governing over Echigo, Fususada Uesugi was laid to rest. The acting governor succeeding him was Yoshikage Nagao, who suffered under the pressures put upon him by Tamakage. Although Sadazane, the final leader, had mediated peace between Harukage Nagao and his younger brother Kagatora and gained respect. In the end, with no successor to take the role of Echigo agent, he remained alone until his final days. The tribes of this land have all become obedient to Kagatora Nagao. With his natural talent for war, perhaps the Echigo agent is no longer needed. Besides, I am without child. Like a thinning column of smoke, both the Echigo agent and the Uesugi clan shall fade away, as it should. I remember now that I once spoke with Lord Tanamune Date about adopting a child from the Date clan, but they had been so plagued with internal conflict nothing ever came of it. Oh, how I would like to revisit those times of before. Upon Sadazane's death, the Echigo Uesugi clan was dissolved. Without a governor, Echigo was left to the control of Kagatora Nagao. And that was an event that we did experience as the Uesugi. It was one of those ones where I had to like hold back so we could get the event because it was a city I would have and could have taken. But we were supposed to take it without a fight as part of history, and eventually we did. Arachi's matchlocks can shoot through anything. Looks like we were defeated, and it's starting to look like the Uesugi are not taking this castle. Is this city in... No, it looks like we got out of that without the city getting agitated because JG Mystery no longer has a unit on the march. So I wonder now if the Mōri, no, they didn't win any of their attacks. They attacked a couple of cities at once. Well, 2 cities at once. And it doesn't look like they won either. It is making me wonder if I should pull back, because I told these guys to attack Bichu Takamatsu, and they will when there's a chance that they can win. But now we know that forward is the only way our hearts can go. Now we know there's like there's a good 10,000 troops ready to march in support of Kakakatsu. Excuse me. So we'll see what happens. I mean, the other thing is I might now be able to negotiate. They're hostile.
Something to say. We are stronger together.
So now we've got an alliance with them after a failed attack on their territory, where we were actually riding in the support of the Mōri. So let's switch it back. And we will change it from capture castle to assist province us. And I think I'll switch it back to I'll switch it so new officers go to work there. Which I think I guess I thought I had it on that and I did not, and it's going to make it. All right, there's an infantry leader, so let's get a chief.
I'm deeply grateful.
Still a chief. Always a bridesmaid, never a chief. Be curious to see how good his loyalty is now that he's got someplace to govern. Still in orange. Because he's got no man lacks for ambition. When this clan is my sworn enemy wears off, he will be okay. No man lacks for ambition is pretty damn high on him because he is a famous traitor. But still. It is what it is, and that's all what it is. So we have here an irrigation canal, a supply station, dates of provision plus. That's pretty important. But we will go ahead and also get a rice dealer, except never mind, we won't. Yeah, I was doing it wrong there. JG Mystery, Occupy, and Battle. I keep wanting to give JG Mystery and Grimmeth, like, political stuff. And they're getting this war stuff offered just because they were part of war. Do you think they'll sell our supplies? Yes, we will, but only a small amount. Actually, we were maxed. I should have sold more than that. Because we still have enough power to do whatever the hell I was talking about. Enough provisions for marching. Let's get you guys a... Don't have enough. You need 800. You need a bunch more combats. I guess because we already have one. But we'll get a nice rice dealer going here. Actually, hold on a second. What we need to actually do is get rid of this and build a, yeah, hold on. supply station, because that will give us more provisions, and which we desperately need, because I really want to march out of here and attack the Otomo before our friends, the Satake, get too powerful. Although it does look... No. Never mind. Looks like they are pulling back and did not take Agata. So that's probably good. I still think we want to think about attacking Usuki with a big force. Because that would create a tidal wave of Chisukabe energy. And we might be able to grab Agata too. The concern with taking Agata is that... Well, no, actually, we wouldn't have to worry about that too much. The concern with taking Agata might be... I don't want to get rid of all the border between the Shimazu and the Otomo, because I want them fighting each other. I just don't want the Shimazu winning the fight too fast. Because in theory, what I want to do is get Agata and probably Uzuki and Funai and maybe Oka as my foothold in Kyushu, so that we can build them up and expand. Because at some point we will have to fight the Shimazu, but I want to have more than one castle on Kyushu before we have to start that. Pardon my intrusion. A messenger has arrived from the Imperial Court. They are eager to have a moment with you. Good Ichika Shosakabe, the court is impressed with your recent activities. I have come in order to pursue a path towards friendship. We want money. Thank you for giving it to us. Invite him because he was down on his luck. Tamakiyo Misawa, who will have low loyalty based on being a piece of shit. But he's an Amago retainer, the lord of Misawa Castle. He joined Yoshitake Uchi for a time, but returned after Yoshitake Izumo's invasion failed. He later surrendered to Motonari Mōri. He's not like the worst ever, and he's eloquent.
I am yours to command.
He's a big talker and not that good of an officer, it would appear. Want to destroy Agata Castle?
I have a terrific idea.
It's like all of our money. No. Irrigation canal and rice dealer. All this is pretty good. I'm looking for stuff that could be leveled up one. Because here we want to get rid of the gunnery tower and probably build a rice dealer at 2. Do they have a rice dealer here? They do not. So that's going to be next when we've got the money. It's what we were going to do before I decided to divert my rice dealer to over here. Or excuse me, supply depot to over here. How about you guys? You have a rice dealer? No, I'm getting rid of all my trade. This will eventually hurt me. I'm getting rid of a bunch of trading towns to build the supply stuff. But this is so, like, I want at least these 5 cities got to be able to march over here for us to really be able to do anything.
Have you a moment to spare?
Only 2 months in the alliance of the Shimazu clan. Alright, well, we got our increased provisions. And it's begging the question. And then we've got our max soldier count. We've got to really think about whether it's time to march here. Chief Cloud. Sea God. We got a couple of infantry. I'm calling it a video. I'm just thinking, all right. Next time we got to get some chiefs here and distribute our infantry leaders to other places. And I kept talking about how we'd have some peace, but
How should we proceed?
they can carry 150 days worth of food, and they can reach... They'd have 50 days worth of food if they were to attack this city. The ideal to prepare 3 to 5 times more soldiers than the enemies. This would be a tough battle. So it's same difference if we attack Uzuki or Otomo as far as food libraries. But they are both in striking range now of our capital because we built that facility. Although we have to win the fight pretty quickly. It's like we're not going to be able to take multiple castles. We can get one castle. We may be doing that next time. See you then.